Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky sat down with U.S. President Donald Trump's envoy for the conflict in Ukraine in Kyiv on Thursday, hoping to smooth over an unprecedented wartime rift between the once firm allies. The meeting follows days of back-and-forth banter between Trump and Zelensky over peace talks with Russia, culminating with Trump referring to Zelensky as a dictator who should act fast or lose Ukraine, a quote that has since dominated headlines around the world as both leaders tried to find a way forward. U.S. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz addressed the issue at a White House press briefing Thursday.
Look, President Trump is obviously very frustrated right now with President Zelensky. The fact that that he hasn't come to the table, that he hasn't been willing to take this opportunity that we have offered. I think he eventually will get to that point, and I hope so very quickly.
The opportunity he referred to was a previously floated deal to give the U.S. access to Ukraine's mineral resources. Zelensky on Wednesday rejected U.S. demands for $500 billion in mineral wealth from Ukraine to repay Washington for wartime aid, saying the U.S. had supplied nowhere near the sum so far and offered no specific security guarantees in the agreement.
Et donc, ce que je vais faire, c'est je vais lui dire.
Meanwhile, French President Emmanuel Macron, who is due to meet with Trump in Washington on Monday, said he would tell Trump not to be weak on Russian President Vladimir Putin. During a one-hour Q&A session on social media Thursday, Macron said the uncertainty in how Trump was handling Russia's 3-year-old invasion of Ukraine was worrying. Trump, in office for just a month, is pushing for a quick deal to end the war and has alarmed Washington's European allies by leaving them and Ukraine out of initial talks with Russia. Following the meeting in Kyiv Thursday, Zelensky wrote on X that he had a detailed and productive conversation with Trump's Ukraine envoy about prisoners of war and effective security guarantees that would be part of any peace agreement. But there were few additional details available, and a planned joint press conference was canceled at Washington's request, according to Zelensky's office.